What's good, YouTube? It's Scooter G31, and I'm gonna give a Madolche deck profile on the 66 OEG 66 channel. And this is a pretty fun deck. It's kind of control-y, and you set a whole lot of back rows. It's almost like Heroes. But I'll get into the deck and tell you about some of the little tech choices that I did. But yep. All right. Well, first, play 3 Kimulot Madolche Madolines. You probably shouldn't ask about Kimulot, but yeah, Madeline, she's like a Stratos, and she's 19 with the field spell, which is kind of stupid. And she can search herself, or she can search anything else, and she's just kind of like how you get your combo pieces off. And she's really broken with a lot of stuff, and they keep it alive.
Like this video for Camelot.
Yep. Then you got 3 kitties. It's like Marauding Captain for Madolches, which is kind of cool, I guess, but it's just got the type because you play 3 of the Messenger Lottos. So what you do is you're going to go normal summon, and if they don't waste Valor on you, you special summon, and then you get to search for a Madolche Spell or Trap, which is really good because it's kind of toolboxy and it makes the deck broken. He's 21 with the field spell, and this goes back to your hand with the field spell, so it's just kind of like a little tunnel that you can special summon your monsters with. But it's really good. He says if you control the beast type, when he's special summoned, if you control a beast type Madolche, you can add a Madolche Spell Trap from your deck to your hand. And then we got 3 of the puppies, which, you know, this is like the most adorable card in the deck. But what he gets to do, he gets to just like bounce any Madolche card and get a lot of attack points and make them level 4 and stuff like that. So he's how you go into TRMSU a lot of the time. And he can bounce the cat just to give him attack, and you can reuse the cat, or you could reuse Madeline, or you could bounce the Chateau or something like that. You could do a lot of stuff with him. And then you got the 1 Puddin', because she's really good at just like taking out a lot of stuff. And everything's just so easy to search with Madeline. So you just go this into her and just start beating people to death with her, which is pretty cool. She'll be 23 if you have no monsters in grave and you have the Chateau in the field. And then 1, the Marble Maid. She's pretty cool because she's a 25 defender with the Chateau on the field, and when she's flipped, you can add a Madolche Spell Trap from grave to hand, which is pretty cool. And onto the spells, we got 3 of the broken field spell. This is like the most broken field spell ever to hit anything ever. All Madolches gain 500 attack. If Madolche would go back to your deck from a monster effect, you can add it to your hand instead. So if anything here would be destroyed, you can add it to your hand instead, basically, and just keep reusing everything, and it's broken. And when it's activated, you get to put all Madolche monsters from your grave back in your deck, which is kind of cool. And then you got 2 tickets. This card is broke as a joke because it says if a Madolche would go back to your hand or deck by a card effect, you could search a Madolche from. You could just add a Madolche monster from your deck to your hand once per turn, and it's kind of broken because you can do that with everybody searching those spells, and you just plus like a madman. Then 2 dualities, because you don't really special too much aside from the cat. You just want to get set up for combos. And then Reborn, Dark Hole, and I can't play heavy, so I play MST. Just 1, because, you know, sometimes you want to get rid of their back row. Then for the traps, I got Warnings, which, you know, there's no reason to talk about it. Bottomless, no reason to talk about it. Mirror Force, which is no reason to talk about it. Torrentials, no reason to talk about it. I play a lot of traps. I play 2 Compulse, and there's no reason to talk about it. To protect all of these lovely things, I got 2 Starlight Roads. If you set this first turn and you got all that advantage, you're basically going to win the game. Because the only thing that ever really stops this deck is a heavy. And if you could stop the heavy, then you stop losing. And then I play 1 Prison, and instead of the other prison, I play 1 Memory of an Adversary. This card is like the most amazing tech ever right now, because you take the damage equal to the monster's attack, you banish it, and then during your opponent's next end phase, you get to it specials to your side of the field. So you drop this on like Grapha or the Shining, or not like the Shining, because you won't get it back. But anything that you could just take from your opponent, you do, and it's kind of stupid like that. So I'm just trying to tech 1. And then I played Mini Ultimate Offering. This card's really good at just dropping a lot of crap on the field, and you can search it with Gelato, and it's really cool. And then you got the broken OP power card that just lets you win games. If you see this and a Madeline, you win. Because it's just like, you just keep spamming Madelines, then you go into the Queens, and then you just wreck people's day. But that's it for the main deck. For the extra, we just got 2 Tiramisu. She's stupid. She's 27 with the field spell, and she says once per turn, you can detach a material to target up to 2 Madolche cards in your grave, and then return cards on your opponent's side of the field to the deck, and return the Madolches to the deck. And it's kind of stupid. And then when you got Chateau on the field, you get to take those monsters that, if you were to spin a Madolche monster back to your deck with this, you could take it to your hand instead. So it's basically just like you're putting your opponent's cards back in the deck to add cards from your grave to hand. And that's just ridiculous. Then an Invoker to special Gelato with, if you were to make an overlay for 3, which is okay. A Soul, which is really good because you can go the kitty into another kitty or the kitty into a puppy and go to this and lock down your opponent's spell and trap card zone and beat over stuff. It's alright. A Maystroke and a Utopia, just because there's a lot of 4s that can be made. An Excalibur and a Blade Armor, just because we got, these guys right here, they're warriors, so you could just pop them into making these if you have to, just for some easy OTKs. 2 Stardust. Half this extra deck is in different sleeves because it's just generic for the rest of it. But yeah, 2 Stardust for the 2 Starlight Roads. Levier just because you can make it. Tim Tempo because you can make it. Zinmains because you can make it. Utopia Ray because this card is a win condition. And a Cowboy because he's a late game win condition. This guy's too good. He's pro, you should use him in every deck ever that can make rank 4s. But yeah, that is Madolche's. You can subscribe to me. It's ScooterG31. I would definitely appreciate it. And definitely thumbs up this video. And go subscribe to 87 Show Stuff and Silver is 1210. And Mr. Lord British and Golden Claw of Doom. I don't even think he's Golden Claw of Doom anymore, but everybody that everybody ever tells you to subscribe to. But yeah, that's it, and that's it for the deck profile. So peace.